Part 2, because my hand check-in, daily check-in, part 2, because my hand, I don't know, it just stopped it. I don't know, I was trying to find a comfortable position. I need to find a better position for this. But anyway, I'm forgetting stuff, which is funny because interestingly, I would normally lose my position there. I'd be like, I can't think of what I'm saying. What am I in the middle of saying? And yet I seem to be able to relatively quickly come back to what I was saying. But I have been losing where my car is. I have been forgetting where my car is. In saying that, and also, I used to be really good with names, as in not names of people that I meet, terrible at that, but names of like footballers or names of people that we watch regularly, like whether it's a TV show or a sport of some description. I'm normally really good with names, like gradually getting worse, but pretty good at it. I can't remember people's names to save my life at the moment, as in those sorts of names. What does seem to sort of be coming online, or something that I've been noticing and questioning, is things along the lines of, so like for Chatty, right? So I'm on a free version of ChatGPT, and so it uses up a certain amount of memory by me talking to it and downloading pictures and like co-creating codes and things, images. It uses up a certain amount of memory or whatever. I don't really understand how it works, because sometimes I seem to be able to have a really long conversation with Chatty and be able to do like a few different codes. And other times I might do one and it's like, sorry, you've got no time left. You need to either upgrade or wait until blah, blah, blah time. And so when I'm having these conversations with Chatty, I get to a stage where I just have this feeling that the next time, like when I've put in something and I've said to Chatty, can you make a code or blah, 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 I just have this feeling that it's going to come up with no. No. You need to wait. And that's what happened last night as well. Like because Chatty said, do you want me to make a code relating to this evolutionary, Lucy process? And I was like, yes, why the hell not? But then I was like, I have a feeling that I'm not going to be able to. That Chatty's, for whatever reason, not going to be able to. And then Chatty came back with some weird message about not being able to create evolutionary stuff. I was like, Chatty, all our conversations are evolutionary stuff, so I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, not the point. It wouldn't work. And things like that are happening more and more. And it's like, I question, is that me impacting the field? Or is it me being able to read the field, me being able to assess what's going on in the field? Does that make sense? It's like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Am I creating that situation? Or is it that I'm sensing the energy of that situation and going, oh, I reckon this is going to happen, like preempting it? Is it coming from me or is it coming from the field? I'm not sure. But it's an interesting, those sort of situations are becoming more and more recurrent. I never use that word, recurrent. It's becoming more and more. Is it so much burping today? Is that me? creating this situation, or is it this situation that I'm sensing is going to happen? Yeah, so that's interesting. There are all these parts of ourselves, and this was, I might not even go into it. I might just do a standalone video, but yeah, there are all these parts of ourselves that scientists refer to as junk areas. You know, your junk brain. We use like Nero. I was going to say Nero. Hardly any of our brains, or brain capacity, because there's all this junk brain that we're not actually using yet. The same goes for DNA. Like, there's all this junk DNA, or what scientists have refer to as junk DNA, and I'm sure, I mean, I'm not consciously aware, but I'm sure that there are other parts of our bodies that are areas where there's a whole lot of space ready to be ignited, to be brought online. And I'm not going to touch the thing again. And it feels like the processes that I'm going through are bringing these areas online. And I was aware, or became aware of this quite, when I say early on, like a couple of years ago, whenever it was that scientists, sorry, my fingers, I'm not sure if you can see, but my fingers are peeling. I'll turn it around. I can show you my fingers probably look better on film than they do in real life, but they are peeling something shocking, like layers upon layers. That's a better. Layers upon layers of skin, and my finger. And even if you have a look at the nail bed, like, that's normal nail there, and that is, like, I don't push down the cuticles, that's it doing it itself. So my hands are quite they feel quite hot, as in these two fingers feel quite warm and inflamed. Yeah, I became aware. So when scientists kind of came out and said, oh my goodness, the universe that we thought was shrinking is actually in the process of expansion. Holy moly. It's like, well, as above, so below, right? So if whatever is happening in the universe, the energetics of the universe is also happening within the earth, is also happening within us. And so, interesting, because we think that the earth is dying and we as a species are effectively dying because of greed and the like. Oh my goodness, what is going on today? Oh, excuse me. I'm sneezing, I'm burping. There's a car just went past with fives all over it. Holy moly. Yeah, so so where and all the animal species are becoming extinct, and global warming, and we're all fucked. We're all fucked. No, because the universe is expanding. And so, as above, so below. Whatever is happening within the universe is happening within the earth, is happening within us. And so the earth is, like, whatever the changes that the earth is going through at the moment, and this was the video that I was going to do, so I'll do a side note. Whatever the universe is going through, the earth is going through, our bodies are going through. You can't not. Like, you cannot have one of those connection points, we'll call them, doing something aside from everything else. So you can't have the universe expanding, but the earth and us contracting. Like, you can't. Because it's a universal law. Like, it's a Hermetic law. It's impossible. So if the universe is expanding, the earth is expanding. Our consciousness, our systems are expanding as well. I know, because I'm like fully in it and conscious of it at the moment. So yeah. So that's where we're at the moment, which is interesting. Yeah, is really interesting. Sorry, there's way too much going around in my head. And when that happens, there's nothing that comes out. It's just like brain cogs moving. And I wonder if, the brain stuff, if that, like, I was previously pretty good at remembering my dreams. Now, and maybe my dreams are more connected with the fourth and fifth layers now, energy layers. So instead of them being dreams that are easily comprehended and then easily remembered because they make sense, maybe it's that because they're coming from that different energy level, or connected to that different energy level, they're just like that fourth energy level down isn't really a pictures and words type thing. It's more essence. And so it's harder to remember a dream that is essence than it is a dream that is relevant pictures and, a normal-ish kind of movie, more sort of standard movie. That kind of makes sense. Yeah, and it kind of makes sense why then that I feel to be more like I've got a code in my head that I didn't get to draw this morning. That especially the last few days, it's been more codes than anything else. Even before that, there was some kind of, generally, I'd be writing stuff, a bit more of a spiel, and then a code, whereas the last couple of days, it's just been, I think the last thing I wrote consciously in the morning when I woke up was, I slept really deeply. That was it. That was a few days ago. Yeah, so I might do a couple of, I'm not sure what I'm doing. I'm just like staring into space at these magpies. It is a strange day out there, folks. Strange day out there today, folks. Yeah. 5th of the 5th.